Hello again, my name is Ben, here on today with another LEGO set review. Here I have with me today the LEGO Galaxy Squad Vermin Vaporizer. The set was released in 2013, set number 70704-1, ages 8 to 14, 506 pieces, retails for $59.99 USD. Includes 3 minifigures, the Alien Bugoid, Chuck Stonebreaker, and the Green Robot Sidekick. Now, here it is. This was definitely one of the last Galaxy Squad sets that I wanted to get, because personally, I want a vehicle representing each of the different human subgroups. You know, the red, blue, orange, and green. So this is the only one I was really missing at this point. So personally now, I don't really want to get any of the other human vehicles, and I might try and get the larger scale bug villain vehicles next, maybe. Who knows, whatever. I digress. First off with the figures. Start off with one that I haven't gone over in any of these videos quite yet. The Alien Bugoid. Lovely name, simple and to the point. Unlike his mosquitoid counterpart, he doesn't have wings, but he still does share some things like the dark red printing and olive green design. See the olive green all around his body, and this is what he's molded in, and then the dark red hands. And then he has a different head from the mosquitoid, where you can see, again, definitely vaguely insectoid in any way. You can see he has multiple eyes, and there's a little red printing in there, I guess meant to represent compound eyes, where they have different eyes, and you see the jaw and the head here, which, we can't really turn because of its design, but whatever. And he comes with a little stereotypical alien blaster with a pink stud at the end. Pretty cool figure, but I definitely prefer the mosquitoid. Next up is Chuck Stonebreaker. You gotta love the names they gave these heroes, the human characters. They're very extra, very action movie-esque. Now you can see here, he has the green armor, obviously, and this nice, not just normal green, it's sort of this bright, very brightish green color, which looks quite nice, and I like it here. It definitely gives him a bit more of a unique aspect than simply just green or dark green, so I like that quite a bit. But the same basic printing detail as all the other Galaxy Squad human characters, just in this green color. And you can see his head, and he's got a cut on his eyebrow, and just a nice beard. And then on his back, like all the other ones, he has a gas mask to protect him against the alien cocoons. So that does it for our human character. And finally for the robot, you can see, just called the Robot Sidekick. He shares in common the orange Robot Sidekick's chest armor piece, but does not have wings like him. Not really else to say about him. He has this nice molded helmet, which is probably the worst out of all of them. It kind of looks like a weird dinosaur. It just looks kind of off, I'll be honest, but it is a nice piece, and I do appreciate the design and the effort they went to make it. But I'll take off his armor piece here, and you can see just some of the mechanical detailing that they gave the Robot Sidekick under there. Pretty nice figure overall. Nice printed shield he came with, and a bazooka weapon that he has. So overall, this is a good selection of figures. I do wish there was a little bit more on the alien side. Which, speaking of, for the alien side build, we got this sort of scorpion-esque build. As you can see, he has a space for him to sit in. Studs. There's an engine on the front of it. These sort of claw pieces on gunmetal. You can move around because of how they're attached here. There's not really any real articulation that you can get with it. But, I'll be honest, this is probably one of the worst of the alien vehicles that come in any of the sets. It's really just kind of looks very incomplete and kind of like a throw-on, which it usually is in these cases, but some of the other ones I feel like look a bit, at least look nice. The colors are still good, however, the pink, translucent pink, the dark red, and the lime always looks nice in these sets. There's a little bit of purple and gold for the blaster here. Oops, part popped off. And you can't articulate this gun here, but obviously it doesn't shoot out. And the only real features are the flick-fire missiles, which obviously, if you've seen flick-fire missiles, you know how those work. Overall, I'm kind of disappointed in how this thing turned out. I think they could have gone with something with a bit more of an in-depth build, because this thing kind of lacks any real head, or, it kind of just looks incomplete, so I'm a little disappointed in that, but it's whatever, I suppose. Because the main attraction here is the Vermin Vaporizer. It's a very large, rolling, just tank vehicle thing. I'm not really sure how you describe it, but it's very bulky, kind of a lot of curves, and looks very sci-fi, I feel. and I like it for that. You see the wheels here are taken from, I'm not sure when they were first introduced, but I most recognize them from the 2005 Clone Turbo Tank. You get 4 of them here in the nice light gray color, which just really complement the bulky look of the build. See some white dishes on them. Very nice, this choice to use them here. See a lot of stickers here, which really get in a lot of the green detailing on it, because surprisingly not a lot of it it doesn't have a lot of that green in it itself. A lot of it's just in the stickers. But overall it is nice. You can see a lot of slopes here, building up the nice curved angle of the front here, which I like a lot. Very aggressive, front facing, just like meant to bash into enemies very aggressively. I like that. A weird little front dark translucent red stud here. See the cockpit here, a nice detail is, if you can see them there, you can see some splattered insects on the top here with their little green guts. Some of these sets have that also, and it's a nice detail that I like a lot in these. But you can see some more of the details and the just branding and all that, and obviously you can see some flick-fire missiles at the top here, which, yeah, you flick them and they fire. Some detailed guns here, and then in the cockpit you can see there's a seat for him. It's a little oddly designed, which I'll explain in just a moment for the main real features. But you can sit them in there pretty easily, and it's a nice look. You've got a printed console in there if you can get a look at it. For the back here, you can see there's a little bit of open space, so I figure it could stand if you need them to, which you probably would for the other feature that I'll mention. And the turret on top, get a look at it. Nice bubble dome, can rotate. And on some ball joints here are some turrets, which once again have some flick-fire missiles. There they go. And there's an antenna at the top here on a hinge. This thing is very easy to fall off, so if this thing is most definitely going to lose the antenna if it goes into storage. But you can also fit the other sidekick in here, and a nice feature of it is you can take off his weaponry from both sides and attach them on here. Definitely the best feature of these these Galaxy Squad sets is the weapon storage. So you never have any loose weapons lying around, which is a really good feature that I wish it was more frequent these days. Now for the main features of the set, you'll see the front here is attached on some hinges, which can fold down, and you lift this up, and rolling out is a little ATV car moon rover thing that Chuck can drive here. See, it's got some blasters on the side for some offense. As you see, not really much else to say about it. It's really basic, but I do like the detail that you could almost see this as like a miniature version of the Vermin Vaporizer with a similar rounded front and the same translucent red stud on the left side. So I do quite like that feature quite a bit. I don't know if it was intentional or I might just be reading into things, but you can see it's on a hinge and it attaches on that jumper plate so to keep it in place. But holding that one down, whoops, this part kind of came off, my apologies. Now, the other main feature, which is what I really wanted this one, and I think it's really cool, this part is attached on some studs, and you can follow it out, and then move this forward, and flip this around, and then bam, you can call it a mech, or call it like a walking weapons platform, mobile weapons platform or whatever, but it's a nice little walker, and I think it looks really cool. I like the detail where the legs can sort of splay out using some of these hinge pieces, and gives it a nice distinct look, which I like a lot. You'll see also there's a lot of dark green used in this one, and a little bit of gold, which are some nice colors that I think blend together really well all together in this set. So something I really like about it, and I think this looks pretty good all together, but I will say the guns definitely make the proportions look a little off. Now for the last real feature within here, you'll see some sticker, or a sticker representing what it looks like for a person to be within the alien cocoon, and a little sensor here, which I assume is getting the readings. And then you can have a figure stand here and do some research. I imagine they might want figures to sit in these spaces right here, but it's pretty difficult for them to actually sit in there, so it is a bit of a con, I won't lie. But yeah, you can see in there one of the translucent purple alien pods, which I might have a bit of an issue trying to get out, of course. Just turn it over. You'll see it here. You can split open, and if you so desire, you can stuff your figure into it, and boom, they are trapped within, except I put it in there too harshly and it's cracked. Oh well. But just about does it for this set review. Personally, this is definitely one of my favorite of the Galaxy Squad sets. I feel like I say that a lot when it comes to these ones, but it really is just because a lot of these sets are just expertly designed in their like mechanics, play features, and just the thought behind all of them is really impressive all around. And I feel like there was a lot of passion and effort put into these ones, which I definitely won't say isn't the same today, but I feel like a lot of it hasn't translated over in the recent years into like truly excellent sets. But that could just be my opinion. Overall, this is a really good set. Was it worth the $60? Personally, I feel like with its piece count and then with the price, it is a little inflated. Maybe at $50 would have been a preferred value. This is a really good set, and I feel like there probably were better sets at the time to get, and this would definitely be one I'd recommend to get on clearance or at a reduced price, definitely. On the aftermarket nowadays, you can find a used copy for, honestly, usually you can find them for less than retail, which, if you can't find, I would definitely recommend it. This is an excellent set. New is most certainly not worth it. I wouldn't recommend it in the slightest. Fortunately, I was able to get this one thanks to a very lovely seller who bundled it with another Galaxy Squad set, which I may or may not make a review of, but we'll see. But once again, I really enjoyed this set. I really like it, and I would definitely recommend it if you can find it for a good price, as with any set. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. That about does it. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. Stay tuned to next time for whatever I decide to upload, and goodbye.